I'd love to hear from you, someone who's been around real estate for 30 years. Like, for somebody who's looking at it today, and I don't like to be sunshine and rainbows and everything's perfect. Homeownership is the dream and renting is for idiots. Like, I'm of the mindset that it's not for everybody, and there's different time and place. For somebody who looks at it and just is staring down a $2,500 a month rental or a $3,300 a month mortgage, like, what do you say to that person to help them kind of get over that mental thing of like, hey, it's an extra $10,000 a year to be a homeowner?
Yeah. Well, a couple of things. So a little bit of perspective, you were freaking out about a $2,600 payment. I'll tell you what, when I bought my first home in 1988, I was freaking out about how do I make that $614 payment?
That's in Louisiana?
No, that's here in California. I mean, I came from Louisiana and, I bought a home for, I think it was $110,000. And I'm like, you guys pay over $100,000 for a house? Oh my God. So, perspective is everything. Again, going back to my theme. No. Okay. So yeah, $3,300 in payment versus $2,500 in rent.
Yeah. There might be a scenario like that out there.
There's a few things, and these are on the logical side. And what we've got to understand is that there's still a lot of fear that goes around that, because home ownership, buying your first home, is one of the biggest transactions you'll ever make in your life. And other than getting married or getting divorced, it's probably one of the most stressful things you'll ever encounter, or so the studies say. But if we think about it logically, $2,500 a month is still a lot of money. You got to work hard for that. But guess what? $2,500 doesn't stay $2,500. 25 gets to 26, goes to 2750, goes to 29, goes to 32, because your landlord's up in that rent every year if you get to stay in that house and he doesn't sell it out from underneath you.
Right.
When you buy a home today, I mean, 99% of the market, I don't know if that's accurate, but certainly in what we do, they're all fixed rates. So that means your payment is fixed. So that 33 stays 33.
Right.
If market gets better, we refinance it. It comes down to 31, comes down but to 29 maybe. But it's not going to go to 36 to 40. It stays at 33. And again, your $2,600 payment stayed $2,600. Your income rose.
Right.
All of the other pieces went up. That offsets it. So that gap closes pretty quickly. And pretty soon you find yourself where your payment
better
is
side of it
is less than what the people are renting that same house for. More importantly, and I was running some numbers for a client just an hour ago, but let's talk about appreciation. In California, average historical appreciation is 4 to 5% a year, right? So what we consider a entry-level home now at $400,000 or $500,000, well, 4% on 500,000 is $20,000 a year in appreciation. I mean, where else can you wake up, breathe, and make $20,000 a year just because you own a home? If you're in a rental, your landlord's making 20 grand a year and you're spending $2,500 a month, $30,000 a year to rent his home and pay his mortgage or her mortgage.
Right.
You're getting none of those benefits. So again, I asked, do you want to pay your mortgage or do you want to pay your landlord's mortgage?
Right. Yeah. And I guess
you're buying a house either way.
Yeah. For some people, I think they want the best of both worlds. So it's like, I want to start out ahead.
Hey,
where in today's market, I think that's my takeaway from that is like, you might have to start out a little bit behind, and you might have to look into the future and have a 10, 15, 20 year kind of horizon when you do the math to see the benefits. Cause like you said, 4% appreciation, $20,000 a year in equity. You're also, $300, $400, $500 a month going towards principal. Little piggy bank that people don't realize is that part of your mortgage payment every month goes towards the debt pay down. So you go from owing $320 to $319.6 to $319.2 to $318.8. And over time, like, that's the reason, in my opinion, why there's that humongous discrepancy between what a homeowner's net worth is and a renter's, is because that's a forced savings. Like,
absolutely.
Bless all of us, myself included. It's hard to be strict with yourself about saving money. It's hard to have long-term game plan when it comes to saving money. Like, that one's forced on you. It's really hard. Like real estate, while you can buy and sell it, it's pretty illiquid. And so
Right.
you're stuck there and it's like, I'm making a payment, whether it's a rent payment or a mortgage payment, like I'm doing it every single month. You're not thinking about the fact that like, hey, I'm actually paying down this. And then you look at it all combined where it's like debt pay down, home price appreciation. You probably pay less on your taxes if you've got some tax benefit baked in.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, like you've got this three-pronged thing that's adding 30, 40, $50,000 a year to your net worth. And no wonder you wake up in 20 years and you're worth $1 million more.
And the beautiful part about that is that you don't have to do anything. It's it happens without you worrying about it. It happens without you taking any additional action. Again, I said it a little bit facetiously, but it's true. I wake up in the morning, I breathe, I make money.
Right.
So as long as I'm still breathing, I'm still
Right.
doing
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
The rate at which that happens obviously fluctuates up and down. Again, 4 to 5% is the long-term average in California, but
We've been on a pretty good run.
we've been on a pretty good tear.
I just saw the last 39 years in California were like 6.7%. So
Okay, so the math is even better.